So what are we looking at here?
Okay, so this is our cloud-based kiosk. So what we're trying to demonstrate here is that we can talk to AWS or Azure with protocols like OPC UA or MQTT. On our box PC over here, we're running our web SCADA, HTML5, and I'm displaying it on this screen right here. So I'm on a web browser. I'm on Chrome right now, actually, and I'm also on Safari as well. So I have a couple. I can control this button with my phone if I wanted to, or I can control it like this if I want. And then if I wanted to, I can actually change the value like this. And then you see the, it represents over there. So I have go ahead.
What interface are you doing? What's giving you this remote accessibility right here?
So this is our SCADA our SCADA software. It's Ultimate Access Web.
Ultimate Access Web.
Yeah, that is our SCADA software. So it's being run on here, but I can access it remotely on other devices. So I have a router right here. I'm connecting wirelessly on my phone, and then I'm connecting wirelessly over here as well. So all of this is just communicating with this server right here over OPC UA. So I have an OPC UA server here. I have a client right here, and then I have another client just to prove the communication right here. So this is UA Expert, which is like, I think the gold standard for OPC UA, that's my opinion. But like, as we can see, we have true and 55, which matches up with the green and the 55. So if I change this to red, we'll see that it changes to false.
Yeah.
And then we have MQTT over here. So MQTT is IT friendly protocol in my opinion, because it's just one way. We're a publisher, we're a JSON publisher. So we send data out, we don't bring data back in. And we're very friendly with the ID department because of that. Because they hate when they bring in information, but we push it out. So I can demonstrate that with a broker right here. So
what exactly is a broker?
So it's like, I would say it's like a distributor. If you were to think about like a manufacturer distributor, end user type of standpoint, like, when you're manufacturing, we're the manufacturer, we're the publisher, we send data, and then the distributor, the broker is going to give that information to the subscribers, which is the end user. So it's a very lightweight protocol, and it takes the burden off of us having to because you have old devices in your application, right? Like you don't want a sensor trying to send data to the cloud, because that's a lot of bandwidth that you're putting on that. Yeah, but you send it to our gateway, you send it to our HMI, it will be responsible for that. So it handles the broker and the whole publisher model like that. Okay. So as I turn this button on and off, we can see that communication is happening here with the Boolean. And if I turn this to a number, we can see that I'm using integer data now. So I'm sending data to the cloud. And a lot of people ask me like, why is this still going when you have an off status? It's because you're sending the status of off to the cloud. The cloud knows that it's off. So you're still sending data. So that is the whole point of this kiosk, was to show cloud communication.
That's pretty awesome. So all cloud communication. As of right now, there's not necessarily a PLC or anything connected.
No.
And it's all being done via your HMI.
Yes.
So you're storing the tag data and everything locally in the HMI.
Correct.
And then that's being transmitted.
Yes. It could grab up to like 15 different PLCs information if you needed to throughout the factory, store it into the HMI, and then publish it.
Gotcha. So on the PLC side of things, do you ever transfer data from the PLC to the cloud, or do you always transfer it to the HMI then the PLC?
So we transfer from the PLC to the HMI then the cloud. In the future, we are looking to have MQTT and OPC UA on our PLCs. They're not currently there, but they will be. I think, yeah.
Yeah, and so also that's a very good use case for let's say for instance, you could connect this with another PLC.
Yes.
And so if you have another PLC, you can pull that data out of that PLC and then take it to the cloud.
Correct.
From your HMI.
Absolutely, yes, yeah.
That's the gateway. We can talk to multiple different controllers or multiple devices. We can talk to 2 or 3 different drives, 2 or 3 different controllers, all simultaneously at the same time.
Yeah. So this is in my opinion, from what we do, and we do a lot of remote accessibility things. This is a good way just to implement remote accessibility to a machine, be able to look at live production numbers, and you can have this user interface. If I'm not mistaken, the same user interface is the same one. Well, it is the HMI, right? So you can see it on your web browser and you can see it directly on the HMI.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's awesome. And then you can just be able to log in from your cell phone and see production numbers and how to go.
And you don't even have to be there at all. You can be very far away from it and just have fun looking at your phone. I know it's where you're laying in bed, you're like, oh, factory's running well, I can go to bed now.
Yep. Yeah, honestly, like that's one of the things that I do with our systems after we deployed them. Like we just deployed a system a few weeks ago, and I'm like checking on my phone to see how other production numbers are, so that way I know if they're going to be giving me a call in the next few days or not.
Right. Yeah.